If you did not watch the State of the Union address last night with President Joe Biden, let me give you a quick rundown. When they called his name out,
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
Everybody assumed that they was going to get that sleepy Joe Biden that the Republicans are always talking about. The man came down slow, methodical. He was shaking hands, kissing babies and all the other stuff. And for a real slight moment, I was believing the same thing. Like, damn, man, Joe Biden, you need to speed it up, man. I know you're trying to walk slow and kiss babies and everything, but you might want to try to speed that up. And then when he walked up those stairs, I was like, man, you're moving kind of slow. You're moving kind of slow. Come on, Joe. I don't want them to keep calling you sleepy. And then, right out the gate, the man went after those who were against Ukraine, and he attacked Russia, and he talked about Donald Trump, and he shit on the GOP. Right out the gate.
Assistance to Ukraine is being blocked by those who want to walk away from our world leadership. It wasn't long ago when a Republican president named Ronald Reagan thundered, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." Now my predecessor, a former Republican president, tells Putin, quote, "Do whatever the hell you want." That's a quote. A former president actually said that, bowing down to a Russian leader. I think it's outrageous, it's dangerous, and it's unacceptable.
And when it came to the Ukraine war and Russia and Putin, he said this.
My message to President Putin, who I've known for a long time, is simple. We will not walk away. We will not bow down. I will not bow down.
And when he was done with them, he went after the insurrectionists on January 6th and the MAGA lovers who loved those insurrectionists on January 6th.
History is watching, just like history watched 3 years ago on January 6th, when insurrectionists stormed this very Capitol and placed a dagger to the throat of American democracy. Many of you were here on that darkest of days. We all saw with our own eyes the insurrectionists were not patriots. They'd come to stop the peaceful transfer of power, to overturn the will of the people. January 6th lies about the 2020 election and the plots to steal the election posed a gravest threat to U.S. democracy since the Civil War. But they failed. America stood strong and democracy prevailed.
And he summed up Trump and all those who believe in Trump like this.
My predecessor and some of you here seek to bury the truth about January 6th. I will not do that. This is the moment to speak the truth and to bury the lies. Here's the simple truth. You can't love your country only when you win.
And in smooth political skill, he talked about Donald Trump again, and he wanted to remind America about what he did when it came to Roe v. Wade.
My predecessor came to office determined to see Roe v. Wade overturned. He's the reason it was overturned, and he brags about it. Look at the chaos that has resulted.
And he hit the GOP in the chamber about Roe v. Wade and freedom. The same stuff they complain that Democrats don't give people.
Many of you in this chamber and my predecessor are promising to pass a national ban on reproductive freedom. My God, what freedom else would you take away?
And in a moment that shook the world, he attacked the Supreme Court justices while they were sitting there.
The decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, the Supreme Court majority wrote the following. And with all due respect, justices, women are not without electoral power. Electoral or political power. You're about to realize just how much you were right about that.
And of course, he had to deal with the usual hecklers and people stopping. And he talked about a lot of other stuff, money for teachers and stuff like that, lowering prescription medications. He talked about a lot of stuff. And then toward the end, he hit Trump again.
A president, my predecessor, failed the most basic presidential duty that he owes to American people, the duty to care. I think that's unforgivable. I came to office determined to get us through one of the toughest periods in the nation's history. We have. It doesn't make news, but in 1,000 cities and towns, the American people are writing the greatest comeback story never told.
And he concluded in a way that made me want to re-enlist that made me want to get out and vote right now, that made me want to go and volunteer with the Job Corps, that made me want to go wash somebody's car. I was motivated.
I see a future for all Americans. I see a country for all Americans. And I will always be president for all Americans because I believe in America. I believe in you, the American people. You're the reason we've never been more optimistic about our future than I am now. So let's build the future together. Let's remember who we are. We are the United States of America. And there is nothing beyond our capacity when we act together. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
What do you think? Come on, babe. Let's get up out of here. Let's go over here. Let's goddamn hit this.